Welcome back, lovely people. This is Momentum, your series of movement, mindfulness, and breathwork practices made especially for the incredible team at Grand River Hospital. I'm so glad that you're here. For today's practice, we're going to shake off any intense energy and see if we can bring ourselves into a slightly different body and mind state. So you could use access to a chair or a desk, a soft, unbreakable object. This is a pair of balled up socks, but a ball would work, a mitten would work, a balled up scarf or shirt would work. Grab those things and we will start standing. Move the chair slightly out of your way so you've got some room to move around in your space, and take your soft, unbreakable object and begin to toss it from hand to hand. Soft and gentle tosses. Use the hand-eye coordination that you have to find the object with your hand, with your eyes. And if it falls, no problem, it's really not a big deal. Think about this more as a moving meditation than a task. So maybe you take a couple steps forward and a couple steps back as you're tossing your object from hand to hand. Or perhaps you dare, to throw it a little bit higher, maybe even tapping the ceiling. Could you try an overhand catch, almost snatching the object out of the air? Try that with both hands. And then begin to make the movement a little smaller. Bring it back to a small toss in front of your body, back and forth a couple more times. And then let it drop, set it aside, and turn to face the seat of your chair. Stand about 6 inches away from the chair and bring your hands down onto the seat. Bend your knees so that you just graze the edge of the chair. So you might have to move your feet in or out in order to be able to reach the chair with your knees. Can you cement your knees to the chair for this next part? Hands are on the seat of the chair. Get light and take the weight out of your hands by bringing your hands into tented fingers. And then come up to hands at heart center. Keep your knees at the chair and sit your buttocks lower. You're doing chair at the chair. The trick here is to see if you can bring your weight into your heels without losing contact with the seat. Welcome the heat into your leg muscles and then press yourself up to stand. Reach your arms way up and then bring your hands back down to rest by your sides. Take a big step back with your right foot. Turn both sets of toes towards the front of you, so towards me. Let your toes be wider than your heels and sit your bum down into a goddess pose by letting your knees guide over your toes. Hands can be at heart center or at your hips, or if you want a bit more challenge, you could bring your hands out into a goalpost arms. Sit your buttocks down a little bit lower and then shoot to star. Take your head up towards the ceiling. Reach your hands wide. And then try that goddess shape again. Sit your buttocks down. You decide where you want your arms to be, which shape you want to make. And then shoot to star. Take up space. One more time. Down to goddess. See if you can lift through your chest. And then shoot to star. Take up as much space as you can. Reach past your fingers. And then release your hands down. Wiggle your feet a little closer together. Start to pivot your pelvis towards one foot, then the other. Opposite heel is lifting. Let this be fluid. Let your arms start to swing. See if you can use momentum to really fling your arms. Maybe you even tap your back body with your other fist. Slow that down. Yeah, slow it down a little bit more. And come back to stillness. Wiggle your feet back towards each other. And turn your chair, actually leave it exactly as it is. Bring your hands down onto the chair. Walk your feet back a foot or a foot and a half. Really plant your weight into the chair. See if you can let the chair hold you and come up onto your tippy toes so your weight comes out of your heels, up and down a few times. And then get a bit of buoyancy going. Can you find a baby jump and get some air under your feet? Maybe you take this a little further and allow your head to drop and your hips to pike up. Really press your hands down into the chair. One more big jump. Woo! And then walk your feet closer to the chair. Bend your knees. Bring your weight out of your hands by coming up to tented fingers. Hands come to heart center. Sit your bum down into chair pose. And then shoot your arms up, reach up, stand up. Float your arms back down to your sides. Turn the chair around so that you can turn your back to it and step your left foot forward. Right foot is back by the chair. Left hand is on the back of the chair. Reach into it. Use the chair for support here. So really feel the sturdiness before we get started. Then tuck your tail under. Reach your right arm all the way up. Arc it up. Look up. We're doing a bit of a standing wild thing here at the chair. Can you tuck your tail even more as you're ready to come out? Gaze comes forward. Reach forward. Your right hand comes back down by your right leg. Nice. Switch feet. So left foot comes back by the seat of the chair. Right foot steps forward. Right hand is using the chair for support. Arc your left hand up. See if you can tuck your tail to protect your low back. Get long. And then start to come back by guiding your arm back down to your left side. Beautiful. Yeah. From here, go ahead and turn the chair around one more time. Bring your hands down onto the seat of the chair. Right away, bring your weight into your hands and out of your feet by lifting up to your toes. Do that a couple of times, and when you're ready to get airborne, press your hands down, bend your knees, and hop. You decide how big your hops are. Maybe you drop your head and pike your hips up. Whew! One more. All right. Walk your feet towards the chair. Bend your knees. Hands come to heart center. Sit down into chair pose. Can you bring your buttocks a little lower? Whew. Soft inhales through the nose. Long exhales through the nose. Press your legs to straight. Reach up. Circle your arms down. And then bring them back to heart center for a moment. Tune into your breath. Doing a little bit of jumping can really send your heart rate up. So can you slow your breath down just a moment here? And then start to give your arms a shake. Let your hands shake. Almost like you're having a tiny mini tantrum. Shake off the day, shake off the morning or the afternoon or the night. Shake off whatever's got its hold on you. Let your arms go and try shaking your leg like you've got water on your paw and you're a dog getting out of the lake in the summer. Give it a really good shake. Whew, shake it off. All right, let's give everything one more wiggle. Legs, hands, Midsection, wiggle your bum, and then come back to stillness. Whew. Do a raspberry with your lips. Bringing some vibration into your face. One more time. Sigh with your mouth. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that felt good in your body. And see you next time.